Alright, y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we made 1500 across all the accounts, which is really nice. Pretty much only need probably like one more day to pass all the accounts. I'll show you right now. All the accounts currently sit. This one, or the first one, sits at 2100, and the last two sit at about almost 1300. So I'll need like 2 more days with these, and then maybe one more day with this account. I'll show you the stats in a bit, but I'll break down the trades that I did take. I took 4 trades last night. I didn't trade New York, um, but going into the market um, yesterday night, I saw the opportunity that we possibly could look to push higher, coming back and possibly retesting these EMAs here, as they tend to act as resistance. Once we break through, we come back and possibly retest them. So I saw that as an opportunity. And within the first hour, price had pushed up. I really liked how the previous price action here was looking pretty strong. We held up pretty well. We didn't fall completely. So the first hour, I waited for that to close. And on the 5 minute, ended up catching a pretty nice setup here. I drew out some draws right here, which was this high here. And then we had this high here as well. So on the entry, we kind of impulsed, we corrected here and was looking for pretty much the same thing to take it higher. Took this higher at down here, and then I took this with about, I think I was risking $300. Then as this candle pushed up here, uh, this green candle pushed up, we then got this correction here. So then I added one more contract, and I believe I was risking about 500 at this point. And once we got the breakout here, I moved my stop loss under this low. And then we got, I believe this trade was about $800 in total profit. So once this trade hit, we were up 800 on the night. And then later on, we ended up pushing to hit the other draw. So then I came back later in the night, and I noticed that how price was pretty like we were finding a lot of resistance around this area with where the EMAs are at. So I thought, okay, possibly we have a bit of inefficiency down here, and maybe if sellers are really in control, we could see price come and sweep the low that we made at 6 o'clock. So I think around midnight was when I started looking at it, and once this candle here corrected, or pretty much closed here at like 1 a.m., I went down to the 5 minute, and I did mark the. So the reason I marked this out was I saw this as a potential another potential draw, but we'll get to that in a bit. So initially once we impulsed and corrected below the EMAs here, I took the breakout lower. And honestly, I should have just had my stop at this candle low. Just keep it short, not too wide. Because then if I probably sized in with maybe like 2 contracts with a risk, going for a 1 to 2, we instantly would hit that within like less than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But ultimately, we ended up pushing down, and normally I break even at 1 to 2s. So once we hit 1 to 2, once we hit a 1.2, I broke even, and ultimately we ended up pushing back up higher. So once I saw that, so this was where I shifted my bias to now looking for longs to take out these highs here and this Asia high as well as the new draws. So on the hourly, I noticed how this candle close on the hourly was really nice, and I liked how on the 15 minute we had a lot of strength coming in here. So we ended up just correcting for a bit here, and I went on the 5 minute, and as price was correcting here, I saw an opportunity on the 1 minute, which I don't really trade often, but it was a pretty clean setup. So I was looking for the continuation higher. and we ended up getting the continuation higher, took the breakout here, stop at the low, and other than that, we just ended up consolidating for a good minute. And I should have, once we came up here, I should have broke even. I should have moved my stop loss to break even, but I didn't. Um, I mean, I saw this. I saw how strong sellers were acting at this level. So I should have just moved my stop to break even there. But I was okay because the amount of I was risking was about $300, so I was okay risking that. I was okay being stopped out for that much, just to let the trade play out. And ultimately, we did get stopped out. So then as we got stopped out, I went back on the hourly, looked how price was looking, and ultimately I was like, all right, longs still look good. Like I can't really see any real opportunity to short the market right now. So on the 15-minute, we came back down, and the way this candle closed, it really I like the way it closed, even though we're below EMAs, but that doesn't really matter right now. On the 5-minute, it looked a lot better, where we were in the we drew out this demand zone, and we had a really nice impulse. We corrected and took the breakout here. I was really confident in this setup just because of how many like just how much liquidity was just above here. So I was confident that price was gonna run these highs. And so I sized in with five micros, risking 500 on each account, and that essentially got us to the $1,500 day on each account. And obviously, if these were what's it called? Actually, well, no, that makes sense because I would have got stopped at for break even here. But I would have said I would have added another contract here if I had, if I wasn't limited to 5 cons on Top Step. But yeah, ultimately we took out the double top here, or the liquidity right here, and we ended up coming back down and ended up later taking out Asia highs. And that was really it, honestly. Uh, Everything was pretty smooth. All execution was pretty clean. Stayed level headed. And I'll show you the stats right now. So this is what the stats look like for the combine on this account. Pretty clean. And for these two, these are going to both be the same. And yeah. So looking forward to seeing what we do during Asia. Possibly, I'm thinking we might short, but let's see what silver looks like. Only downside with silver is like we're really on this daily 50, but we'll see if that acts as support. Yeah, I may look to see what we may do. Just have to wait it out. But NFP is on Friday, so price action might be kind of buns leading into it. So I'm not gonna look to force nothing. I mean, these accounts are almost there to being funded, so again, I'm in no rush, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.